Just need to get rid. What up, boys? Yo! How's it going, chat? What up? Dude, I swear I wasn't late. Like, I swear I set it to 4:05 start time because I thought 4 is a little tight. 4:05, surely I make. And then all of a sudden, I found out you can't do 05. You can't do it. For whatever reason, Google does not have the capabilities of doing 4:05. You sure are milking this? Well, the plan today is to do what I always do. React. So we're just gonna basically see if we can get through a React stream without getting banned. That's the plan. Now, I think we'll be fine. I think. But we're going to find out. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is I have no content this Wednesday. Original content when? Oh, you're trying to go to Valkyrie's stream. Yeah, sorry, I get it. YouTube's a little confusing. The live section's a little weird. You're trying to find your stream of choice. Wrong place. Wrong. This is not, we don't do that here. But thanks for stopping by. Literally just play the Halo Infinite campaign? Is that content? Is playing the Halo Infinite campaign content? Is that not just, like, a human? Like, there's nothing interesting about that, particularly, is there?
Homie. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's a tough call.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Those frogs were good.
They really
No
were.
shot.
I mean, the sear.
Should have done more. We needed more
I
from
mean,
that
if you
bit.
dissect it, it's like...
I wonder if I get flagged. I feel like if I watch a Twitch streamer watch a video, I am probably less culpable than watching the video directly. Who do you face tomorrow in the Freshman 16? I do play Mario tomorrow. That is going to happen. The person whomst I play? I don't know. I don't know because I can't remember. I can't remember, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Tommy? Dude, all Tommy does is tweet about how he's stuck in England and all his friends are in the US and then dodge me. That's all he does. Literally all day long. The new Pokemon games? I don't really want to play the new Pokemon games unless they get modded in a way that makes it very fun and cool in PogChamp. Like, I'm not just gonna base play the new Pokemon game like a child. Is this jacket gonna come out? No, I made this literally for myself because I wanted a jean jacket. The thing is, if I sold this, dude, it costs a lot. Like, these jackets alone, it's like, I don't know, man. $100 for a jacket? What? No. Did you pee? No, I watered my tree, and it might leak a little bit out the bottom.
It smells bad in here.
What are you coming in with so much attitude? You're coming in with so much heat right now.
It smells bad in here. Look.
Smells fine in here, man.
It smells sour like piss.
That's a good smell. It's all my tree babies.
Oh, what is that?
It's called real oxygen. I'm breathing in real O2. Because every time I talk, these trees talk back to me.
Where? Oh. Dude, it's bad.
Dude, there's no sour smell.
All right.
It smells delicious and good. I have premium oxygen. He's just used to his fart gas. It produces such a low amount of oxygen. Wait, do trees not actually make oxygen? They do, right? Are you fucking with me? This was like 5 years of schooling for me. Very low amounts. They eat CO2 and they make oxygen. They do, but a single small tree doesn't do much. I mean, I'm a single small human. I don't produce much CO2. No, n'est-ce pas? Are we not, like, we're equally small? Well, regret that.
Sorry.
He's back. Doesn't smell bad. You're being weird.
Smells like a diaper.
No, it does not smell like a diaper. I don't think it smells. Hey, Lud, here's $5. I watch your stream ad-free because I have YouTube Red, YouTube Premium now. So here's the sub money instead. Thoughts on Destiny coming over for free content? Destiny, the streamer Destiny? Dude, I am not Mizkif. I do not have the superpower Mizkif has that anyone could walk through my door and I can handle that. I'd rather play games poorly, spend exorbitant amounts of money, and then react to things. Now, what I could do that would be funny is I invite Destiny over, and then I invite Hassan over, and I don't tell either one of them. and then we'll just see what the fuck happens. It's funny even if they leave immediately. But that would also be the last time I ever see Hassan. It's GG after that. Wait, did you guys see? Okay, wait, before I say this sentence, the answer is absolutely the fuck no. But there is a company, actually a pretty large one, a almost 100-year-old magazine that did a Game Awards. And a part of the Game Awards was them announcing Streamer of the Year. And they gave the award to me. Now, the problem is this tweet announcing it has one retweet, and 2 likes. I got 2 likes. Them announcing me winning Streamer of the Year for Esquire magazine, which I think is a pretty legit magazine, got 2 likes. That's it. That's the poll I'm getting. Ratchet and Clank busted out 140. I'm out here with 2 likes. So, you know. Yep, that's right. Streamer of the Year. Read it and weep, Doc. Read it and weep. Ooh, it stings for him, I'm sure. It stings. That's a thing. Best remake, that's a category. All right, fair enough. Best remaster? Really? You got a category for remake and remaster? Okay, fair enough. Best cash grab. Okay, there it is. Best protagonist was won by the Airbus A320neo. That's funny. You know what? At first, I thought this whole award show was a sham. This might be the single greatest award show of all time. The Airbus A320neo, by the way, is the class of class. Okay, it's better than a Boeing 737. Why does that look like Will Neff? Best himbo. Hassan lost? Someone break the news to him. That's tough. Best Bowser? What? Wait, Bowser didn't win Best Bowser? Seriously? That's tough. If Bowser's out here losing Best Bowser, I mean, that's just tough. I really just want to see where they have my little thing so I can read about myself. Do they have a little... Perhaps coming up. Best anniversary event. That's cool. Best gaming controversy. Okay, fair enough. Actually true. Best moment in gaming. Fortnite Peelies appears naked in federal court. Gaming gear winners? Wait, is this whole award show a sham for them to get like an affiliate code for me to buy a retro Zelda game? Because if so, I'm kind of down. A Mavix chair, really? What is this, voted by Valkyrie and Saikuno? Where's the love for my Herman Miller Aeron? Or the Herman Miller Logitech? Okay, these are all just affiliate codes. Best Gamer Feast, Arby's. That's a thing? Arby's vodka is a thing? I can purchase vodka from Arby's in it's crinkle fry flavored? No shot. They have a vodka for crinkle fry and curly fry? If there is a bullet in front of my head, I do not think I could taste the difference. No universe, right? Like, there's actually no universe that you could taste the difference between curly and crinkle. Maybe I invite Mango over, and then we have Aiden, and then QD, and then we do a vodka taste test. Can you taste the difference between cheap and expensive vodka? Idea. Game we missed the most, seen it. There it is! We ready. We ready. Oh my God, this is amazing! All Ludwig 7 in Rise for Streamer of the Year. Your one, your only, Ludwig. This was a colossal year for streamers. Collabs were everywhere and the content creativity was through the roof. In fact, some of the highest budget and most ambitious content ever came out in 2021. But one streamer had a lightning in a bottle sort of year, and that was friend of the internet and Twitch sweetheart gone rogue, Ludwig. Ludwig streamed for a month straight, reprised a stellar Twitch game show with Moist Critical called Hive Mind, started his own game show called Mogul Money, and consistently collaborated to roll out hilarious and high-energy content across the board. To top it off, he went to YouTube! And then he got banned. Woohoo! Let's go! That's me! Well, you know, the Game Awards I've always said is for chumps anyway. I'm kind of an Esquire guy myself. The thing about it is you can't replace the tenure of Esquire. I mean, it's been around since 1933. Game Awards, what, 2013 maybe? Like, come on. you can get a free super chat. Don't know why, but I have a free super chat. Okay, I do know the free super chat is $5, so what the fuck are you saving the 99 cents on, Zeko? Just wondering. If you have YouTube Premium, you get a free super chat. Wait, is this brand new? There's no way people know about this because I signed with this company and I didn't even know this shit. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen from across the globe that choose to watch live content rather than watching beautifully produced content, we have a breaking news alert. Apparently, if you have YouTube Premium, you get a free super chat. AKA a la kin to a free Prime if you have Amazon Prime. I got one and I don't even have Premium. What the fuck? Apparently, I can give you $5 for free. Go nuts, kid. Okay. Don't act like my uncle giving me a $5 bill, telling me not to spend it all in one place. What the fuck? You think that works anymore? I can get a gallon of gas and go down the street before I need another $5, okay? Let's just update ourselves with what happens in the real world these days. Oh, wait. Ray's doing her IRL stream.
A little bit more blue. No, there's no perfect blue. Just find one that you're like, ooh, this is pretty. Yeah.
She's doing an IRL painting class, and it has all of these streamers. I think Cutie's in here somewhere. Ooh, I can't see her. I don't think I got invited. I'm like 20% sure I didn't get an invite. Because Cutie talked to Ray and was like, oh, yeah, Ray said she invited you. And then I checked all of our DMs, and I had 0 invites. Would I have gone? It's not about going. There's no shot I would have gone. It's about wanting to be invited to things. Can I get an amen? You don't want an invite so you can go. You want an invite so you can feel good. I'm not going to go. Are you kidding me? Leave my home? Ugh. I just want to feel good and loved. An article about it. Apparently, this is literally 2 years old. Almost 3. YouTube wants its paying subscribers to share the wealth. They're giving out free super chat credits to YouTube Premium subscribers. It allows you to tip YouTube creators during a live stream with a highlighted message. They're part of a beta chat test. YouTube Premium's $12 a month. And then they're given between $2 super chat credit or 2.99 credits. And then maybe is it every month? The super chat credits will refresh every month. Whoa. Wait, why don't people know about this? Am I dumb? Am I the one that didn't know about this and everybody else knew about this? Guys, to be clear, the mod payment is very obviously in the link down below. It is a different dono link. Super chats are not a part of it because the super chat payment does not come through the same way where the donations come through. So donate here. All proceeds go to mods. This is the link. This is the link. It's in every stream now. Try it. Try super chatting someone. I don't even know how super chatting works. Is that crazy to say? All right, I'll try it. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll try it. I'm watching Ray. No, it says buy.
This is an arm workout.
I don't have a free one.
What are you trying to say? What
Sag?
are you trying to say, Michael?
No one's just painting like you.
The on-screen chat is so bad. Oh, mega lol. You know, it's got certainly a bit of kinks, but it gets the job done. The window doesn't help, surely, and the lack of color hurts. Oh, no! Otto, I need a new overlay chat on my desk by 5 a.m. tomorrow. And then I won't go live until 5 p.m. Please! Your good background noise? Thanks, man. That is the dream at the end of the day. As long as I can be good background noise, that's all I care about. Anyway, boys, today's going to be a, did you guess it? Decently short stream. I wanted to react to a few videos, and then I have a dinner tonight. And I'm going to meet Jacksepticeye. But to make up for it, at the end of the stream, I will upload a 50-minute, the finale, the final cut of Mogul Money as edited by Prezzo. Let me tell you, bro, for this one, Prezzo skipped the crack pipe, went straight to the needle. The man doesn't miss. How was the Lakers game with Mango? I mean, the Celtics got fucking bamboozled. Blasted? Is that a term? I'm a Celtics fan because I'm from New Hampshire, you know, and that's the closest major sports city. And it was like not even close. I don't know how the Lakers are able to have that team. And then apparently also their team's bad. I don't know. I don't watch basketball. But all I know is every single person on the Lakers roster I am very familiar with because they are all superstars. Like, this is their team, apparently. LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, Carmelo Anthony out of nowhere, Dwight Howard, DeAndre Jordan, Rajon Rondo's on the team, Trevor Ariza. Like, these are all superstar names. I mean, they were superstar names for, like, the past, like, 10 years, but they're still superstar names. And apparently they're all on the same team together. And apparently, even though they're all on the same team together, this team is still kind of shit. 13-12. So, I don't know. But either way, when I watched them, they absolutely shmacked my boys. It was a depressing display of gamer skills. But it was fun. Ludwig, are you watching the chess championship? When Magnus is finished, will you have another stream with your best friend? I mean, look, if the stream happens, the stream happens. I would never pressure Magnus into doing anything he doesn't want to do. You know, he has his own autonomy. But I have been watching it. Quick update, by the way, if you guys want to know about the chess championship, it's about over. There's 4 games left. Magnus is up 3. Jan has yet to win a game in the chess championship. This is for best player in the world for the next 2 years, I believe. And yeah, it's looking nigh impossible for Jan Neponovich to make a comeback. Do a bro versus bro with Magnus. I don't think Magnus would want to ever lose to me in a game, especially when the games are as dumb as like reaction speed. Like, does Magnus, who is the best chess player in the world for the past like 15 years, thought to be like the smartest human because he's really good at chess and people conflate chess skill and then in general intelligence, to play me and lose to me in Smash Ultimate with shitty Wi-Fi? Like, is that what he wants to have happen? He'd probably actually beat me. Fun fact, I met Jared Fogle in person in 2010 when he paid a visit to my elementary school. It's not super fun.
This video was made possible by NordVPN.
Ooh! Oh.
Click the link below to stay safe online and get a huge discount off a 2-year plan with a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Are we ready?
Trouble sleeping?
We want to watch the Pig Wars? Here's the videos I got. It was this one. It was this one. I don't know what the fuck the snack video games are, but I think it's about video games that Snacks made, and I thought that was interesting.
Kurzgesagt is live.
And then another Kurzgesagt video. These are the videos I had lined up. Monka W.
Got banned. What the fuck?
Whatever. At the end of the day, at least we can all agree I saw this a small head. But at least he has like a pretty, like he has a decent sized brain fit in that head, you know?
Tell someone you haven't
like
seen
this
in a
man
long
holds
time
a
that you
lot
love
of
him today.
information
Chat.
in there.
Glad I
You
have
ask
this
him.
awesome
Yeah, I
community.
have the bibliography of all manner of pussy. But also, I do not have a small head, dude. I literally don't.
That's Pokey's natural hair, I think.
Information in there.
How about you react to my university lecture so I can get around to watching it? I appreciate your enthusiasm. Almost assuredly, I'm going to give you a no here, though. Let me tag the entirety of my Discord, by the way. Let them know I'm live on... Damn near said the wrong thing there. YouTube.tv. Two Ludwigs on the screen? No. This is obviously not me. For one, I don't have nearly that good of facial hair. For two, I am not graying that bad. And for three, I mean, that's actually it. Everything outside of that looks like me. Actually, he has the body of like Simply. He's got like a big body. Not big, like fat. I don't know how to describe Simply's body. But he has like a big, like a shield-like torso. My torso is like a little beanpole. The chest hair, too, I mean, that's obvious. I mean more so like the frame. Yeah, a little driver-esque, you could say. Just a broad shoulders. That's the one. Broad shoulders. Kind of like the Beast Titan. Or a football player. That's actually a way less weeby and nerdy thing to say out loud. Yeah, like a football player.
Need someone to snuggle? Then why not snuggle? Me! The limited edition Oversimplified plushie is available for pre-order for a few days only. Get it quick along with some beautiful new character pins. Look at us, boys. We've only gone and bloody done it. We beat the Brits and secured independence. Now to expand westward and conquer the rest of the continent. Thomas? It looks like a bunch of different people already live out west. What? Oh no. That means we can't expand. I hate my life. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't say they were white people.
Dude. You know what? It's a little sad. I feel a twinge of sadness because I was raised very patriotic, as most Americans are. Greatest nation on earth. God damn it. George Bush will lead us to the freedom land. We're saviors. And then every year I grow older, it's just like, we did do a bit of pillaging, bit of colonization here, bit of colonization there. Racism persisted a while. A wee bit of rape. Can't lie. Lots of murder. Lots of murder that we talked about. Lots more we didn't talk about. It's like, damn. Fuck. You know, no nation has a squeaky clean history per se, but we been Grinches and we stay Grinches.
At the end of the Revolutionary War, when the United States secured its independence from Great Britain, the two sides met in Paris to settle the terms. Among various things, they discussed American territorial gains, and the British granted them a generous amount of land out west. However, Benjamin Franklin appeared to have an additional fascination. Oh, Canada. So voluptuous. You think we can maybe acquire some of that? Quit ogling our territory. But look at those curves. I'd worry less about Canada's curves, and more about your own curves, Benjamin. Many.
Is this historically accurate? These are like the videos that Slime watches. Did I tell you guys this? I don't know if I've talked about this on stream yet. But did I tell you that Slime has recently been watching historical videos about the Roman Empire? Have I talked about this on stream? He's been watching like dozens of videos on the Roman Empire. He even tweeted it out because he's so excited because it's such an interesting time period. And then, I shit you not, he said, dude, I would love to go visit and see what I'm learning about. That's what he says now. Let's rewind. 2 months ago, we went to Italy. The entire podcast in Cutie. We filmed a podcast there. We were there for 2 weeks. The first week was in Florence. The second week was in Rome. Slime spent the first week watching Squid Game in the Airbnb, then left a week early, skipping the Rome leg of the trip to go home. Went home 2 months later, came obsessed with Roman like culture and history. And we were at the tour guides. He was testing me on a question because I was like, dude, I know everything you know. And he goes, all right, yeah, who's Remus's brother? Who's Remus's brother, Ludwig? And I go, Romulus. I stood on the hill where Romulus threw the spear, which declared that to be the peak of Rome where they would settle camp. I stood there on the hill in this fabled story. And he was like, oh, that's cool.
In America suggested that one day, the Canadian colonies should become a part of the United States. In response, Britain suggested that many in America should shut the hell up. Well, if Britain wasn't going to give up Canada, then the two sides had to agree on where to put their border. Easy enough for the most part. Follow some existing borders, add in a few rivers and lakes.
Oh, that's New Hampshire. 45th parallel north. Damn, borders are so stupid. Because they literally are made up and don't exist.
Maybe even a parallel for good measure. But then there was a question. What would happen here? Straight line, straight line. And so it was. The border would go from the northwesternmost point of this perfectly oval-shaped lake and continue in a straight line westward until it met the Mississippi River. Perfect. Or was it? Well, as it turned out, the lake didn't actually look like this, but like this. And the Mississippi wasn't here, but here. So in the end, none of that made even the slightest bit of sense. Don't blame the founding fathers. They were just using the best map available. Blame the guy who made it. But
dude, that's crazy. It's only like in the past 100 years that we figured out like our world that we live in. And we still don't even know it.
To the minds of the day, the issue had been solved, and it was finally time to start getting along. Oh, back to war they go. The Glorious War of 1812 saw the Americans try to invade Canada, and the British burn down the White House. But when all was said and done, it was pretty much a draw. And once again, America and Britain had to enter into peace negotiations. By now, both sides realized the original border they came up with was a piece of hot garbage. And since America had also recently obtained a huge amount of land from Napoleon, they decided they would need to re-examine the border issue. Straight line, straight line. And so it was. Woo! To fix the problems of the previous border agreement, they decided to go from the northwesternmost point of this lake, as had been previously agreed, down to the 49th parallel, and from there the line would go straight as an arrow up until the Rocky Mountains. But beyond the Rockies, the two sides couldn't quite agree on where it would go next, because both sides claimed the territory beyond the Rockies was theirs. See, throughout its early history, America as a nation had its eyes heavily fixated on all that juicy land out west, ripe for invasion. Settlementation. America wanted to expand. Not only was it their right, some believed it was a destiny given to them by...
I kind of love the straight line. I'll say it. I think it was a great choice. I don't agree with a lot of the things they did. The straight line, great choice.
God himself, to multiply and spread across the continent, like rats. Or disease. Okay, guys, just before we take over everything, God definitely said this is what we're meant to do, right?
Yeah, that's what he said, right? Isn't that what he said?
And who was it who spoke to God?
It was Billy, right? I thought it was Sharon's cat. I hear voices all the time.
Well, it was one of us. There's no way we made this whole thing up to justify our ruthless collective imperialist tendencies. Yeah! All right, well, in that case, let's get out there and make the world a better place, just as God intended. This belief.
I mean, those are goddamn patriots. Brings a tear to my eye. Man, I mean, who's the little finger? Like, who controlled all those people to do all of that? Like, surely the people who hop on a little wagon with their family and their oxen who are traveling west on the Oregon Trail with like a 40% chance that like everybody will die weren't the ones. Like, someone led them there. God. Guy's wise as fuck.
In divinely destined expansion would later be given its very own name, Manifest Destiny. But America wasn't the only one interested in controlling the Western territories. At the time, Canada was made up of a number of colonies, collectively referred to as British North America. This one over here was owned by the Hudson's Bay Company, a British charter company dedicated to turning as many beavers as possible into as many felt hats as possible, as quickly as possible, and the indigenous people became a key supplier. As a result, the British were also eager to control the land out west and secure that region's valuable resources, and in particular, the Great Columbia River was deemed vital to the beaver business.
I don't think I'd mind if Oregon was Canadian. Like, if California was the absolute roof of West US, I think that'd be fine.
So when it
like, not that I want to get rid of them. I think that they would serve better if Washington and Oregon were both Canadian. It'd probably be better for them all around.
came to the question of what would happen to the border beyond the Rockies, the conversation went a little like this. The line should keep going straight because we're manifestly destined to gain the entire North American continent. No, we need this river.
Dude, this song makes me think of 2016 vlogging YouTube. I can't believe he threw this in a video. All right. I just gotta bear through it.
Manifestly destined to gain the entire North American continent. No, we need this river so we can keep scalping beavers. Look, why don't we just draw the border along the river? That way we both have access to it. Well, that would be a completely fair compromise that protects the interests of both parties. And there's no way I'm ever gonna agree to it! Having come to a roadblock, both sides simply agreed that for now, they would jointly occupy the Northwestern Territory. They were both free to settle and trade there. But rest assured, the agreement was only temporary. Eventually somebody would get their way. Listen, Yank, we can jointly occupy this land, but I ain't sharing anything else. I don't want to see you using my toothbrush. I don't want to catch you wearing my underwear. And I don't want to catch you using my computer and selling my data to advertisers. Well,
NordVPN ad read.
Then you, my friend, should use NordVPN. What the fuck? Do you like giving strangers your passwords to your most important online accounts? Me neither. And that's why I use NordVPN. NordVPN has thousands of secure servers in over 60 countries, allowing you to safely surf the net at the fastest speed possible. It works across all your devices, so you're protected on the go, even 6 of them simultaneously. And it's super easy to use. With just the click of a button, you can head on over to South Korea and watch every single BTS video known to mankind. With NordVPN, you no longer need to worry about those shady websites, annoying pop-ups, or undesired eyes spying on your browsing history. And you can even unlock content that's been blocked.
Dude, that scared the fuck out of me. I was like, no, not again.
Blocked in your country, like this video. It even comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So why not go to nordvpn.com/oversimplified to get a 2-year plan with a huge discount, plus an additional month for free.
I think probably the best reason to use Nord would just be getting around region law content.
And as always, you'll be supporting my channel. So thank you. Now where were we? Oh yeah. Bickering over boundaries, manifesting destiny, and a joint occupation of Oregon. And one man living here who felt the territory should be British was James Douglas, the Hudson's Bay Company's no-nonsense chief factor at Fort Vancouver. What a beautiful, unspoiled corner of the British Empire. I've got my spotted dick, my Spice Girls fan club membership, and an unrelenting negative outlook on life that affects everyone around me.
Okay, I have to Google spotted dick because I know that as is a food, but I actually don't know what it is. Spotted dick is... Oh, it's cake. It's baked pudding. With dried fruit in soot. Ew. Wait, they put... Oh, it's just fat. That's fine. All right, cool. It's cake. Yummy.
What are you looking at, Steven? Yes. Truly British. What the? The problem for men like Douglas was that many Americans had already begun streaming up the Oregon Trail. Gunslinging, howdy neighboring, diarrhea having. By the thousands, they were pouring into the Oregon Territory in search of land to settle and farm. This, however, crowded out the fur trade, and eventually, a very bitter Douglas and the other Hudson's Bay traders at Fort Vancouver were ordered to relocate north to a new base of operations. But the Americans keep coming and they don't stop coming. Hopped in their wagons and they hit the ground running.
Oh,
Didn't
dude,
make
it's a
sense
song.
to keep sharing
Nice.
Oregon when they outnumbered the Brits more than 6-1. And suddenly, the whole joint occupation deal was being called into question. Newly elected President Polk maintained that America had an obvious claim to the entire region, even implying a possible war with Britain. Fiery language from U.S. senators declared that American rifles would annihilate the Hudson's Bay Company in Oregon, and America even gave Britain notice that it was pulling out of the joint occupation agreement. The British were alarmed as the two sides stood on the brink of war. But in the end, neither truly wanted to fight. The British favored maintaining good economic relations, while the Americans had already gotten themselves into a war with Mexico. So after a bit of back and forth, the British finally said, "Fine, you wanted a straight line? There's your straight line." And so, the agreement was made. The border would
Are we just dicks? Is that all America is? Dicks that are impossible to negotiate with, that just get their way, or they bitch and whine? Did we Karen our way to success? Karened our way to the top? God damn it, and I love every second of it.
continue directly to the Strait of Georgia. But because the British insisted they keep Vancouver Island, it would then move south through the center of the channel and on to the Pacific Ocean. Finally, the issue of the northwest border had been solved. Hold the phone. Discrepancy detected. Enhance frame, 200%. Enhance. Enhance. Oh, too far. Perfect.
Good
Now,
one.
show me the exact wording of the treaty. The line of boundary goes to the middle of the channel, and thence southerly through the middle of said channel? But there's loads of channels. So, you tell me, dear viewer, which channel is the treaty
B. 100% B. If it's middle, you go through the middle of both islands. You have this cute little thing where, like, the left island's Canadian, the right island's American. You know, every, like, I don't know what date. You know, November 13th, they meet in the middle, break bread.
referring to? And therefore, who owns these islands? Is the wording of the treaty
It's not A. If you're saying A, you are carrying your way to the top. You're a true, you know, red-hearted American. I respect it, but you're wrong.
a little too vague? Well, that's exactly the problem encountered by the people living in the area. The British insisted that the channel intended by the treaty was the Rosario Strait, and therefore the islands were British. The Americans, on the other hand, argued that the intended channel was the Harrow Strait, and therefore the islands were American.
Dude, this is actually just politics 101. Because I think everyone inherently understands that B is the best answer. But if one side says that it's this line, and then the other side says it's the middle line, then you lose. You lose. So you have to go to the extreme. You have to go to the extreme every time. You have to say the entire bitch is mine, because if you try to meet halfway in the middle and compromise, you lose more in the trade.
At times, the debate became rather heated. Even the individuals who negotiated and signed the treaty at times didn't seem entirely sure which channel the treaty meant, and representatives from the Hudson's Bay Company begged them to make it clearer. But thousands of miles away, the people in power simply had more to worry about than some tiny islands in the middle of nowhere.
I just think both sides should consume ivermectin daily. I'm sorry. With too many YouTube viewers who don't know I'm kidding. I'm going to get banned for that before I get banned for copyright.
All right, listen up. We got a lot to get through. The 7th Earl of Gissingham says he encountered a foul beast in the fields of Upper Fardingdom late last night and put this sketch together? That's a poor person, Darren. Ugh. Next, Lord Piddlingham says he has a new mole on his backside? How is that parliamentary business, George? Oh, some islands in the Pacific Northwest are in dispute and could lead to a war with America? Boring. Fine, let's take a look at that mole, George. And so, for now, the islands were simply held in dispute. Were they British or were they American? I'm sure this conflict won't cause anyone to die. And one man who thought the islands were undeniably British was James Douglas, now the governor of Vancouver Island. He had already once had American settlers encroach on his territory and force him to move. And by golly, he wasn't going to let it happen again. As far as he was concerned, those islands were not only British, but prime agricultural land. And given the chance, those glubby Yanks wouldn't hesitate to start pitching flags with their glubby little hands. And so, he came up with a plan. If the British settled the islands first, then that would surely secure them for Britain. And so in 1853, Douglas sent an Irishman by the name of Charles Griffin, along with some Hawaiian shepherds, to go set up a sheep farm on San Juan Island. And set up a sheep farm they did. The place was rammed with sheep, 1,369 to be exact. But within those flocks of woolly cowards could also be found a number of beautiful, prized Berkshire pigs. Oh, Porky, you look stunning. You're the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. Would you perhaps like to go to the island ball together tonight? Oink once for no. Roll around in that cow crap if yes. Yes! I'm covered in poo and I'm the luckiest man alive! But life on the island for Charles Griffin wasn't to be a perfect paradise of pig pageants. Because unfortunately for him, the Americans also believed the island was theirs. One day, in 1854, an American customs collector was sailing around the islands on the outlook for bands of native tribesmen when he spotted something. Aha! I've got you now, you savages. Over yonder. Those are sheep, sir. Sheep, you say? What are they doing here? Let's go and negotiate with them. Negotiate with sheep? Are you crazy? I'm perfectly stable, you rat bag. Call me crazy again and I'll eat your eyes! Hello, good sir. We request to speak with your leader. Out of my way. Allow me to parley with this foul beast. Hey, stop threatening my sheep. Your sheep? You mean to tell me that you, a British subject, have illegally imported these sheep into American territory? I'll have you know that you, an American, are currently trespassing on British territory. The Americans felt that they were entitled to collect taxes on the British property, you know, because the island was American, and they threatened seizure if dues weren't paid. The British, meanwhile, threatened to arrest the Americans.
Why not just spawn a bunch of wolf on the island? American wolves. Wolf kills sheep. All sheep die. What the fuck are all the farmers going to do on the island?
No, because the island was British, and the two sides were in a standoff. To give Charles Griffin the legal power to deal with the American trespassers, Douglas said, hey.
Simple flips! Thank you for $10. Congrats on the Switch guy. Appreciate it.
Put on this wig. Boom. You're a magistrate now. And in turn, Griffin went to one of his Hawaiian shepherds and said, hey, I'm making you a constable. Put on this badge. The British then went off to arrest the U.S. Customs Inspector. But, being an American, he emerged from his tent with 4 pistols and a giant knife, so the Brits had to back down. Eventually, raids by northern tribes chased the U.S. officer from the island, but the Americans weren't done yet. Officials from nearby Whatcom County in Washington Territory believed the island fell under their jurisdiction, and they decided it was time to make the British pay up once and for all. They sent one Sheriff Barnes to go confront Charles Griffin. Hey, you owe us $80.33 for all this farm stuff you got here. Go suck an egg! Oh, I see. So that's how it is, huh?
Is that all? How much is that? 1833 money to now. That's about $3,000.
That's how it's gonna be, is it? That's the way in which things are, eh? That be how it will, is it? Will it be how that is, huh? That be the way in which things be the way they are, is that? Get off my property! So the sheriff and other Whatcom County officials felt they were now well within their rights to seize and auction off Griffin's sheep in order
3K kind of crazy, honestly, for taxes.
to recoup lost taxes. And who would they auction these prized breeding rams off to but themselves? Then, in a pretty chaotic scene, they worked to tie the rams to their boats. And when Charles Griffin came running to rescue his kidnapped sheep, being Americans, they pulled out guns on him, and he had to back down. In all, Charles Griffin lost 34 breeding rams, and he was furious. The British complained to the American government, who were shocked to hear what had been going on at their northwest border. And both governments told their officials in the area to back off.
Dude, it seems so minor. I don't know how much a sheep is worth, but 34 sheep don't seem that crazy. They had like 1,300 sheep. Like, Surely you can part with 34 of them.
We're not trying to start a major war over some dumb sheep and a stupid island. But also, the islands are definitely ours. Under no circumstances let the other side have them. For now, both governments agreed to set up yet another boundary commission to decide which channel was...
They're breeding? Okay, you're all starting to sound like a lot of Canadians in chat all of a sudden. Don't know what made you change your tune over here.
...the correct border. But it often devolved into petty bickering. The British did make one interesting suggestion, though. We could draw the border through this middle channel and split the islands between us.
I've been saying that.
Well, that would be a completely fair compromise that protects the interests of both parties.
Oh.
And there's no way I'm ever going to agree to it! And in the aftermath of the sheep raid, James Douglas, still stationed at Fort Victoria, became even more cautious of American encroachment into his territory.
If America wins this, we just are the Karens of the world. If this ends with the Americans just owning the entire island, we're the Americans. We're the Karens of the world.
Mr. Douglas, sir. It appears an Indian has discovered gold in the Fraser Canyon, just north of here. Shut up! Keep your voice down, boy. We can't risk those glubby Americans hearing about this, or our territory here will be infested with them. Oh no!
Let's go!
The Fraser Canyon gold rush attracted a heap of Americans to the region. Some got lucky. Most did not. And of those that didn't, rather than returning all the way home, many simply decided to settle in the area. And in particular, the juicy green pastures of San Juan Island were rather appealing. Believing the island was American territory, around a dozen American settlers moved there in the late 1850s. One of them was a man named Lyman Cutler, a young man in his mid-20s, and lazy as pie. He didn't want to have to clear a space in the forest to build his home, so he said, I'll just build my cabin right in the middle of this British sheep run. I'm sure that won't make anyone mad. When he planted potato seeds in his garden, rather than building a nice protective fence around them, he said, I'll just fence in 3 sides and hope all these British farm animals have a moral compass and respect my property rights.
That's so hype. I love this guy. Lyman's me through and through, dude.
Griffin's pig was a Berkshire, well known for rooting, and Lyman's fairly pathetic fence made for a bad combination. Numerous times he had had to chase the pig away from his property, and he once angrily marched up to Griffin's home, saying, Hey, British farm idiot, keep your stupid pig out of my potatoes. It is up to you to keep your potatoes out of my pig. Griffin was furious with his new American.
That's a quote.
Keep your potatoes out of my pig.
I mean, you gotta control your pig a bit, though, you know?
Griffin was furious with his new American neighbors. They built their homes all over his sheep pastures. And besides, what right did they have to be here anyway? It was British territory. Lyman, on the other hand, swore the local government had assured him his land claims were legitimate. And so to him, the British were out of line. Look at that sick freak. In love with his pig. Isn't that just sick? Yeah, what a freak. Not like our love, Spuddy. Ours is all natural. Yep, just a man and his potato. Nothing wrong with that. But the tension between Lyman and Griffin
I
was
don't have a
just
US
about
bias.
to
I have a gin
explode.
bias.
What the? Spuddy? All right, you damn dirty pig. Oh. That's the final straw. Lyman shot the pig.
Oh. Really tough to take your side, Lyman. I'm not going to lie. It's really tough taking your side. It hurts me to be American right now.
After taking a second to calm down, he felt bad about murdering Griffin's prized boar. So he went to him and said, Hey man, look, I kinda just killed your pig. It was eating my potatoes again and I don't know, man, I kinda just killed your pig. Killed your pig. Killed your pig.
God, he loved that pig.
You swine! No, the swine is the one I killed. I'm Lyman. Griffin demanded Lyman pay $100 for the loss of the pig, an outrageous sum at the time.
Dude, that's $3,500. That's so much money. That's like $3K. $3K for the pig? That's a lot.
Obviously, Lyman refused, threatening to shoot any more animals that dared enter his property, even threatening to shoot Griffin himself. When Griffin complained to James Douglas, British officials went and confronted the pig killer. Again, they insisted he pay up, and if he didn't, Lyman claimed they threatened to arrest him and take him back to Victoria. British officials arresting an American on American soil and trying him under British law? Now that's controversial. And it's a controversy that attracted the attention of an American general in charge of the Department of Oregon, one William S. Harney. This guy, General Harney.
That looks like every motherfucker who was alive in the 1800s. I don't know what the hell happened that they all look the exact same, but that's just cut and paste.
Had a reputation. He's the kind of guy who invades Mexico without orders, wasting valuable resources and creating an embarrassing situation for everyone involved. He's the kind of guy who has one of his own men arrested for writing the wrong header on a report. He's the kind of guy who finds a dog digging up his yard and then chases it for 1.5 miles just to give it a beating. He hated superiors, hated being told what to do, and had been court-martialed 4 times for disobeying orders. Contemporaries described him as an imbecile, all matter and no mind, an arrogant humbug, and a laughingstock. Like I said, General Harney had a reputation.
He sounds dope.
He hated the British and was out for any opportunity to earn personal glory for himself. By some accounts, he even wanted to become president. And so, in July 1850...
Who in chat thinks they want to become president? Or at some point in their life thought they want to become president? Don't say sounds like me. Obviously not true. Nodders if you thought, nopers if you never once thought you ever wanted to be president. President does sound like a shit ton of work. Mostly nopers. Almost nobody in chat thought they'd be president. For some reason, I don't know if this was just me, but my childhood, we extensively talked about like being born in America and that allows you to be president. Like that was a thing that people would say. Yeah, but I'm born in America, so I can become president. As if that was like an important fact that people like to tout. Like even though there are, 300 million plus of us, the chance of you becoming president is nearly zero. It was something that several people would say.
When he happened to visit San Juan Island, and he learned of the plight of the Americans living there, the shooting of a pig, and the British threat to arrest Lyman Cutler. General Harney went into scheme mode. Hey, yo, Captain Pickett. Yes, sir. Listen carefully. I need you to go pick up some flowers and bring them to my place later. I've got a plan. Here I am, sir. What's the plan? Pickett, you and I are going to start a war. What do you mean, sir? Okay, listen up.
I like this guy. He's like a loose cannon cop in a movie.
American man shoots a worthless pig on San Juan Island, and the British threaten to arrest him.
Not worthless.
Outrageous. But we can use it. We get the settlers there to send us a petition saying they need American troops for protection. That's when you go with your men and occupy the island. The British will find American troops on an island they consider theirs so offensive, they won't hesitate to blow you to smithereens. Then, it's war. We bring in reinforcements and we fight back. I'll write to Washington, D.C., letting them know what's happening. But here's the kicker. My letter will take 6 whole weeks to get there. Before the government even gets a chance to respond, telling me I'm an idiot and ordering me to cease fire, the island will be ours. Hell, we could even invade Vancouver Island or British Columbia. It's foolproof. Wow, very impressive.
Evan! What? What's up, Eamon?
I didn't know you were live.
Oh.
I know you took it.
I took what?
I know you took my cord.
No, I didn't take your...
For that. One, I can't believe you blamed Miles, by the way.
Well, because he was literally asking for a cord, and I pointed at your desk.
Every week, this is what happens. Something new that's been sitting on my desk that I own. will just disappear. And 9 times out of 10, it will be Ludwig. Like, Ludwig will just, like, it'll be a switch game, it'll be a cord, a charger, something will just disappear, and then, like, a week later, I'll need it, and I'll be like, hey, did anybody grab this? And Ludwig will be like, that was me. That was me.
No shot.
So, today, I say I'm missing a cord once again. I'm like, Ludwig, Slime, one of you grabbed this off my desk? And he's like, yeah, Miles took it, because Miles is here. And he's like, Miles grabbed it. It's an iPhone charger. Miles doesn't even own an iPhone. He just pinned it on Miles.
Okay, no.
With no evidence.
Let me tell you. Miles was looking for a charger, and he said, I need a USB-C. I pointed at your desk, and I said, there. Probably. And then I walked away, and then you said something's missing from my desk, and I thought that Miles might have grabbed it.
Why don't I look?
Hey, what are you looking for, buddy? Huh? There's nothing over here, man. There's nothing over here, all right? I'm clean, I swear.
Lost a Switch Pro controller a long time ago.
I turned up the game.
Had it in my desk for a long time.
Don't gotta lean in. Well, no, the Pro controller was mine. I think.
I used to have a Pro controller cord. That disappeared. Well, that's crazy because I never used my Pro controller.
It's a different.
Until I needed it one day.
I didn't grab that. I wouldn't grab that. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. Stealing. Not a thief. Never been.
All right.
Clear over here, huh?
We'll talk later. I
got nothing, man.
Maybe is it in your room?
I got nothing. I have nothing. You can check my room.
This it's not that hard. You just use the thing that you take, and then put it back.
I didn't take it.
That you take, and then put it back when you're done with it.
I want you to know I'm on your side. Whoever took that's disgusting. It's like a really nice cord, chat. Like I don't want to get another one.
Sir, but I gotta ask. Why? Well, I'll level with you, Pickett. Historians still contest exactly what it is I'm trying to do here. It's possible I'm trying to expand America's territory. Maybe I'm trying to play the hero, so I can become president. Some have even suggested that since I'm a slave-owning Southerner, I may be trying to create a diversion to help the South secede in the upcoming Civil War. But if there's one thing that almost everyone can agree on, it's that I'm an idiot. I see. But hold on, what'd you tell me to bring flowers for?
Is that a real thing historians will say? Is that a real motivational point that historians will be like, okay, then this guy did this, but he's just a dumb fuck. So, like, that's pretty much all we came down to. That feels like a lazy thing to do. If you're writing an essay and it ends with, they were just fucking dumb, it feels late. I'm not saying it's wrong, it just feels lazy.
Because, Pickett, they're pretty and I like them! There are also historians who believe that Harney and Pickett had no secret plan at all, and were not scheming masterminds, but simply hot-headed buffoons, genuinely outraged at the audacity of the British, and trying to protect American citizens. But the fact of the matter is, Pickett took the very controversial and extremely provocative act of landing American troops on disputed territory. He set up his camp in a very exposed position and erected a very provocative sign proclaiming that only American laws applied on the island. It was almost like he was asking to be fired upon. Or, again, maybe he was just an idiot. When a British official sent to the island to get rid of the unruly American settlers now saw that there were American troops, he demanded they leave. He was obviously told to go suck an egg. When Douglas found out, he was enraged. To him, the American landing constituted an invasion.
Douglas is kind of like Squidward, and Americans are just SpongeBob.
Harney sent a report back to the War Department in D.C., justifying his actions with exaggerated claims of British villainy. But he knew it would take 6 weeks to get there, and another 6 weeks for their reply to come back. For now, the situation was entirely in the hands of local military and government officials.
Douglas was super racist. Isn't any white man who owned land in the 1800s racist? Like, let's just keep it a stack.
And the ball
you're batting like 95 out of 100.
Was in the British court. Would the temperamental Governor Douglas and the powerful British Navy respond to the American provocation with force? Were Britain and America really about to go to war over the shooting of a pig? Well, if one man were to have his way, it's entirely possible they would. James Douglas had already had Americans force him out of Oregon. They had threatened his position in Victoria during the gold rush. Now they had invaded his island, and he had had it. it was time to turn to the Royal Navy. You, Captain Hornby, go to the island and prevent any more Americans from landing. And take this magistrate with you to arrest Captain Pickett. Use force if necessary. Just don't do anything to start a war. Wait, you want me to use force but not start a war? Oh, I'm sorry. Is that too much to ask? Princess? When Captain Hornby got to the island and saw that the American force there was even larger than expected, his concern grew. He sent word back to Douglas, who in response ordered even more ships to the island. And at this point, the naval officers were like, hey man, let's talk. They were concerned Douglas's escalation was leading them to war, and they convinced him it probably wasn't a terribly good idea to just go up to an American military captain with his armed men and say, hey bucko, you're under arrest. Please don't shoot me. Douglas gave in. To prevent any hostilities, he canceled all orders and told the Navy, for now, to simply keep an eye on the Americans. He did send one more ship for good measure. Captain Pickett, now seeing the British ships with their guns aimed directly at his exposed camp, said, see Jeff? Look at that. We're about to get blown to bits. All according to plan. Hang on. Oh crap, Jeff, we're about to get blown to bits! Run! Pickett hastily moved his camp from its very exposed position to another position, which, as it happened, was also very exposed. It probably won't surprise you to learn Pickett came dead last in his graduating class.
I love this guy. I'm a Pickett stan. Pickett dumb as bricks, but a lot of heart, okay? Nobody has more heart than this guy.
Nearby American and British officials began showing up to ask Pickett what the heck he was even doing. Then, a bunch of tourists showed up, because a major war breaking out in their doorstep was the single most exciting thing to ever happen in any of their miserable frontier lives. One Charles Griffin was particularly unhappy. First, his pig had been shot. Now his sheep pastures were being trampled by soldiers and tourists alike. He complained to Governor Douglas, who was still pretty upset about the whole thing. Douglas felt British honor itself was at stake.
He was a Confederate. I hate Pickett. I've always said that. Piece of shit.
So he decided that if American forces were allowed to be on the island, well then by golly, the British should be there too. It would be a joint military occupation. Upon hearing Douglas's new plan to land British troops on the island, Captain Hornby decided to go speak with Pickett in person. After informing him of the plan, Pickett replied that if they dared land, he would open fire. So there they were. The British had orders to land. The Americans had orders to prevent their landing. This was it. War. Over a small island in the middle of nowhere. Over a pig and some potatoes. Over whether the US-Canada border looked like this or like this. It was stupid. Hold on. This is
Good one.
stupid. To heck with it. I'm not landing those troops. I'm not gonna be the one who starts a war. The captain decided not to follow Douglas's.
No content, Andy. What a fucking lame-o, dude. Actually zero content. Super lame Canadian move.
Order. And good thing he didn't, because pretty soon after that, the leading British admiral in the entire Pacific region showed up. Rear Admiral Baines outranked Governor Douglas. When he heard of everything that had been going on, he was stunned. But when he heard that Hornby had refused Douglas's plan to land troops, Baines could have kissed him. Whether he did or not, history doesn't tell. But I like to think they did. The Rear Admiral canceled all of Douglas's orders and instead pursued a policy of not interfering with the Americans until he could contact the British government.
Dude, Douglas's life is shit and miserable.
The Americans, not knowing the British no longer intended to land, had sent reinforcements and began fortifying. But even still, the British Navy did nothing. And finally, when word made it across the planet, informing the two governments of the ongoing crisis, everyone was shocked. Holy crap! Harney landed troops on disputed territory? Man, I hope the British don't find out about this. Buchanan? Oh crap! The British! Why are we getting reports of American troops on San Juan Island? Whoa. I don't know, man. Nothing to do with me. But you're the president. What? Breckenridge? Am I the president? Yes, sir. And hey, we got a problem. It looks like the southern states are considering seceding, and we're headed for the biggest crisis in the history of the nation. And it's your job to fix it, sir. Sir? Oh no.
Go away.
Not the curtain again, Mr. President.
I'm not here.
Buchanan. Back in the Pacific Northwest, Harney was beginning to realize the government.
All I know about Buchanan, he's bottom 5, right? Like presidents all time. Like he didn't do jack shit. Basically lit a flame under the Civil War happening. He's bottom 1? Isn't Andrew Jackson like a huge sack of shit? And then there's the guy who died after like 34 days. Like, I mean, he's pretty low. President tier list. It's a fantastic idea. You know what? I actually can't see a single thing wrong with that. A president tier list is fine until you get to like Jimmy Carter. And then people are too personally involved. People can look at history very objectively. And then you go to like past 30 years and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, what are you doing? So I can go all the way up to like Carter and then we're good. Say what you will about Trump, but I was not the biggest fan of his presidency.
May not be terribly impressed with his reckless actions, so he began firing off even more aggressive letters, justifying what he had done. Tell him the British were sending bands of Indians to attack our men, and that they're big meanies with coal for hearts, and that they made me cry like a little girl. Wait, no, that makes me sound weak. They made me cry like a big girl. Yeah, that's it. When the president
Obama was a great president. We wouldn't have the drone technology we do today for beautiful vlog footage if Obama wasn't in the house.
received Harney's new letters, his anxiety only grew stronger. Oh, crap. Hey, General Scott, please make this go away. Leave it to me, sir. General Winfield Scott was the commanding general of the entire U.S. Army. Well known for his negotiation skills, he was a veteran of the Mexican-American War, during which time he had to deal with General Harney's idiocy and insubordination. And he watched as Harney...
Obama made Casey Neistat. True. In return, Casey Neistat tanked Hillary Clinton's campaign. What a hero.
He got away with it all, thanks to his friends in high places. It's safe to say that Scott really did not like General Harney. By now, General Scott was racked with gout, and he was so big, he had to be hoisted onto his ship in a basket. Nevertheless, he began the long journey to the Pacific Northwest. Okay.
Is it really faster to sail all the way around rather than just like walking?
He began the long journey.
Or like cowing, you know? Like swimming all the way here to here is quicker than just like oxen path. I guess oxen path does take like 6 months. It's just Oregon Trail.
To the Pacific Northwest. Okay, everyone, get over here. Will somebody please tell me what the heck is going on? I'll tell you, General. It all started on one fateful day last summer. Spuddy? All right, you damn dirty pig.
Filler episode.
That's the final straw. What? Hey, you can't get away from me! Oh, look at that pig. Nowhere left to run, eh? I'm gonna enjoy this.
Lyman, if you spare my life, I grant you 3 wishes.
So you see, General, the pig wasn't even on his property when he shot it. Liar! He's lying to you, General. I'll tell you what really happened. What a pleasant summer's afternoon here on my humble farm. It's just me and my beloved potatoes. I'm so happy. Say, Lyman, them some nice spuds you got there. Would be a shame if somebody ate them. No, not again, you beast. Leave my potatoes alone. Yeah, I'm gonna eat them, Lyman. I'll eat them.
This seems historically accurate.
And then I'm gonna eat you. Stay back!
This is like OTV fan art during the Among Us era.
I'll shoot! Go ahead, punk. Make my day. Shoot me! Shoot me! He made me do it! He made me do it! So you're telling me you guys nearly started a war with the strongest naval power in the world over the shooting of a pig? Yeah, now he's starting to get it. Not only the pig, sir. The British then threatened to arrest this poor, pure American soul. Thank you, General. Shut up. I don't care about you. Okay, I've made up my mind. You're an idiot. 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 You guys are fine. And you two are the most mind-numbingly brain-dead ding-dongs I've ever encountered in all my life, and I'll see you in my office. Okay, Harney, listen. I cut a deal with the Brits. Here's how it's gonna be. Both sides will maintain a small force on the island for a joint military occupation until our two governments can decide who owns the island. Now, the only way they'd agree to that is if Pickett is removed from command, so I'm replacing him with Captain Hunt here.
Yeah, someone said the pig sequence, both sides, was like the Rittenhouse trial. That's a good one.
Pickett is removed from command, so I'm replacing him with Captain Hunt here. Now, Harney, listen to me. Do not, under any circumstances, put Pickett back on that island, okay? I mean it, Harney. Do not order Pickett back onto the island. Understood? Yes, sir. Good. I'll see you, Glebos, later.
My gut tells me he orders Pickett back on the island.
Is he gone? I think so. Good. Hunt, you're fired. Pickett, you're going back on the island. All right, you psychopath. I've been waiting years for this. I hate you. I've always hated you. Harney had not only ordered Pickett back onto the island, but his department even notified the British that it did not recognize the joint occupation settlement, while everyone else had decided on peace. Harney appeared to still be threatening war. Needless to say, a furious Winfield Scott soon removed him from command and sent him elsewhere. In Harney's absence, the joint occupation went ahead, and the troops actually got along together quite well.
That was what I was saying from the start. Joint occupation, meet in the middle every November 13th, the day when they originally met. You break bread, and then you go off your separate ways. It's a beautiful life.
The British attended 4th of July
That's what I'm saying!
celebrations at the American camp, while the Americans visited
Boxing
the British
Day.
for Queen Victoria's birthday. Even Pickett became good friends with his British counterpart. War, it seemed, had been avoided, thanks largely to the level-headed actions of the Royal Navy and General Winfield Scott. Of course, the islands were still in dispute, and the question of who exactly owned them still had to be answered. That answer would have to wait, because while San Juan was at peace, the nation was tearing itself apart. When Civil War broke out in 1861, the issue of San Juan just wasn't that important.
Yeah, it's actually probably the greatest place to be on Earth. In the very, very northwest of Canada during the Civil War, where your only beef is with some fucking Canadians over a pig. And then you hear what's happening out east, and you're like, oh, shit. You know what? We're actually vibing then.
Harney, despite being a Southerner, remained in the U.S. Army, but was eventually removed from command at St. Louis when his loyalty to the Union came under suspicion. More famously, Captain Pickett, a native Virginian, went on to become a Confederate general. Pickett's charge at the Battle of Gettysburg remains one of the most famous moments of the entire war.
Did he get fucking rolled?
And marked a major turning point.
Oh, he got fucking rolled? Yeah, why did they let that guy in? Of course he got fucking rolled. Pickett choked the bag over a pig land. You really thought he was winning a war against, like, actual soldiers and people?
U.S. relations with Britain actually soured during the war. The British, missing their supply of southern cotton, initially looked like they may intervene on the side of the Confederacy. There was the Trent Affair, when Confederate diplomats were discovered and arrested on a British mail steamer. And then there were the British-built ships, sold to the Confederacy, that wreaked havoc on northern commerce. When the Civil War ended, furious American politicians called on the British to pay reparations. And by now, a long list of hot issues existed between them.
Reparations are just kind of cap, right? Reparations are like, I won the war, so I'm going to say I want all this on my Santa Christmas list. And then in reality, single mother cannot afford all this because she's war-ridden and usually doesn't pay back any of it. It feels like they're all just fake.
And yes, on that list remained, 12 years later, still the issue of who owned these gosh darn islands. That issue, it was finally agreed, would be submitted to international arbitration. The Empire of Germany would decide, with the British and Americans presenting arguments. The American argument was reportedly presented with a little more pizzazz, a little more zing. And in the end, when the Germans made their decision, they awarded the San Juan Islands to the United States.
So we actually got it because they made a ship for the South, is what it feels like. We kind of got it through reparations. Kind of five-head, honestly.
Aging Douglas heard the news. He said that there was no possible way the British argument had been presented correctly. But that was that. The British conceded. And on the 25th of November, 1872, the last British troops left the island. As the Americans entered the British camp to raise their flag, they found that the British had removed the flagpole. One last up yours to Uncle Sam. By this time, Charles Griffin had already left the island, and the Hudson's Bay Company eventually sold their sheep farm. And so, there you have it. A dangerous situation that almost brought two great powers to war, triggered by the shooting of a pig. But thanks to more level-headed minds and an eagerness for peace and cooperation, conflict was avoided. And the only casualty of this pig war was, well, just a pig. But how different could things have been? What if the British had attempted to arrest Pickett? What if they had landed troops? Could the two sides have actually gone to war? Could America have invaded Canada? Could it, perhaps, still invade Canada? Think about it. Why not? We have the manpower.
What?
We have the arms. It's our manifest destiny. Picture a future where American Mounties wear red, white, and blue and hail the stars and stripes. Where Wayne Gretzky would wave the American flag every 4th of July in the streets of Montreal. Maple syrup, the greatest American food. The greatest American national park. One united nation under the leadership of our glorious president, Drake. No longer shall we tolerate our smug neighbors to the north with their affordable insulin and endless comments complaining that I don't talk about Canada enough in my videos. That's right, Canadians. Watch your backs. Sleep with one eye open tonight because Biden's coming, baby. And this time, he's coming with a vengeance!
General Northern Lion. Roll me, smoke me, you piece. Good video. I do like videos that make me feel like I have learned. And I feel like I have learned today. Next. This video came out a couple days ago, yeah. If we ever do go to war with Canada, that video will be an ominous existence. All right, I want to take a look at this as well. Snack video games last week tonight with John Oliver web exclusive, which I think is just about snacks that have video games.
Hello there, Internet. It's me, John Oliver. Look, our show is still on hiatus right now, but I wanted to come back briefly to talk to you about something. And that's something.
Why is it on hiatus? Does anyone know this? I don't keep up to date enough with Mr. John Oliver.
The thing is, snacks. Guys, I'm a snack fiend. I love all those salty crunches.
Corona? Wait, didn't they do a bunch of episodes during COVID? Are you memeing? Oh, holiday break. TrumpCon equals no content. You know, Trump was content. I'll give you that.
And fizzy sippums, their crinkly bags and shiny bottles. I don't even mind that they're all nutritionally bankrupt and taste like red dye number 40. Taste is just one of the senses, and honestly, it's overrated. My complaint is with snack companies, specifically how they court the youth, camping out on Twitter, spamming whatever the current hot meme is. Like when everyone decided to tweet red flag statements along with red flag emojis. It started, like most good things online, on Black Twitter, and from there, it proceeded directly to hell, with Chips Ahoy tweeting, "I don't like chocolate chip cookies," red flags, Pringles tweeting, "I don't stack my hashtag Pringles," flags.
Dude, but that's so true. I mean, come on. Like, when you're on a date and they say, "I don't stack my hashtag Pringles," like, oh, kill me. Kill me. I thought you were the one.
Crunch tweeting, "I like my cereal soggy," and Pop-Tarts tweeting, "When they boil Pop-Tarts." There were many, many more of these, all of which deserve conservatively life in prison. But the thing is, this is what brands do now. They hang out on Twitter, regurgitating memes, and occasionally pretending to have a mental health crisis, like when Sunny D tweeted simply, "I can't do this anymore." And
I mean, that's just good. That's just a good tweet. That's just a good tweet. I don't know what to tell you. Good tweet is good tweet. I do have this thing I've been tweeting in. Manscaped keeps replying to me. Like, I did a Manscaped activation on the Yard podcast a month ago, and I keep seeing Manscaped reply. Like, I'll just tweet out, like, "I met Saikuno," and then Manscaped will probably be like, "Those balls need some shaving." I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you doing here? This is not applicable to you, my king. Have a good rest of your day, social media manager.
Pop-Tarts responded, "Can I please offer you a hug? We are going to get through this together, my friend." An exchange which I'm pretty sure just gave me actual depression. And you might be thinking, well, hold on. What should snack brands be doing, John Oliver, while you sit there judging them in your ivory tower and your fancy tie and your haircut someone tried really hard on? Well, I'll tell you what they should be doing, because they already did it back in the 1990s when, and this is true, they made video games. Yeah, brands like 7-Up, the poor man's Sprite, and the rich man's Sierra Mist made games starring their almost poetically lazy mascot, Cool Spot. They took the spot from their logo, gave it cool sunglasses, and called it Cool Spot. Art. There was the game, Cool Spot, Spot the video game, Spot the cool adventure, and 1995's Spot Goes to Hollywood. And the crazy thing is, some of those games were pretty decent. Here's Cool Spot jumping around a beach. Here he is bouncing around a soda bottle. And here he is trying to murder a mouse in pajamas.
I mean, these look good. This would win my game jam.
Here was a great example of a brand transcending its origins, in this case, seltzer that a lime sneezed in, and becoming something truly great. And importantly, 7-Up was not alone on this. Cheetos released Chester Cheetah, Too Cool to Fool. And it's remarkable that grown-up executives sat around a table at Cheeto HQ and signed off on a video game that they thought might sell their desiccated cheese poops. And if you're thinking, but John, steady on. Of course Cheetos and 7-Up made video games. Their mascots already look like video game characters. A less extreme snack brand would never make one. Hey!
Hey.
Chex Quest. In 1996, Chex made a video game. Chex! The child's AM disappointment. The party mistake. The cereal that comes in flavours of wheat, rice and corn, even though all three taste like the box it came in.
Okay, I don't appreciate the flaming of Chex. Chocolate Chex is my favorite cereal. It is delicious. And I feel like he is dogging it without trying it. Just going to throw that out there.
That Chex licensed the game engine from fucking Doom at the height of the shooter video game moral panic and made a game that looked like this with absolutely non-stop violence, putting copies of it in boxes of, and this bears repeating, Chex cereal.
That's Pog. I would love to do that nowadays. I would like to play a reskinned Fortnite, but instead of like Fortnite characters, it just happens to be like the apple cinnamon stick. The apple and the cinnamon stick from Apple Jacks. That'd be fire.
And their only attempt at making this relevant to Chex was switching the hero with a corn square, which raises the question, why? Why did Chex do that?
We wanted to make a first-person shooter game that could fit in a cereal box because we knew that's what the kids would want. 6 million copies in 6 million boxes of cereal. They were gone in 6 weeks. And Chex cereal sales went up 248%. Chex cereal was happening.
It's
that shit was happening.
True. For 6 weeks in 1996, Chex cereal fucked. And that is true. That is the transformational, reality-bending quality video games could bring to boring brands around the world today. Oh, and if you're wondering just how a cereal company turned around a video game in record time, they found a helpful little trick.
We found the most brilliant secret weapon on the planet. His name is Scott Holman. He was 17 in high school. The company's sitting and waiting for 3:30. It's like, oh, we can't start until school's out. School gets out, he starts programming, he works until 11.
It's just fucking auto. Chex had their own auto. They had to wait till school was out. Holy shit, bro. That's the tough life. I gotta wait for Otto to finish up his algebra class so we can work on making my next project.
30. If you talk to a professional, they will tell you why you can't get it done. But if you need to get it done anyway, look for a teenager.
Terrible sentence to say out loud. I would know.
Okay, child labour laws aside, if you need to get it done, look for a teenager is just not a good adage. If you need someone to explain TikTok to you, look for a teenager is better. If you need someone to say something casually mean about you when you're passing them in the street that will live in your brain until the day you die, look for a teenager, that is better still. And look, at this stage, I feel I've pretty much proven my point here, which I think was something about how snack video games were both stupid and spectacular. No more examples needed. And yet, I have another one for you. Pepsi Man.
Dude.
Pepsi Man? Yes.
Pepsi Man literally paved the way.
Pepsi Man. That is a real game that human beings made. They even made cover art, which I can only describe as, what if an aluminum can was a power top? Guaranteed, 100% this thing comes Pepsi. Incidentally, don't look that up. Don't Google horny Pepsi Man. Don't do that. Look at me. I'm trying to protect you. Don't do that. Pepsi Man was a Japan-exclusive game and was essentially Temple Run, except you're a Pepsi-themed superhero saving people with Pepsi. But that
yeah, Pepsi Man Rule 34 exists.
barely describes the rich narrative at play.
Pepsi Man. It looks like the main computer of Pepsi City went out of control a little while ago.
With John Goodman.
From being overloaded. There isn't enough Pepsi for everyone, and violence has flared up amongst those wanting Pepsi. Exhausted people are collapsing because they can't refresh themselves with Pepsi.
What? I mean, that clip has everything you could ever want. A cop saying the word Pepsi too many times, the main computer of Pepsi City, and the word amongst. And at this point, I would love to show you that between levels there are clips of a stereotypical American chugging Pepsi and shouting at you about how good Pepsi is. I would love to do that. So you know what? I will.
You got it! Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Everybody Pepsi! Drink Pepsi!
Look, I'm
Pepsi
glad
sales
that
through the
guy
roof?
exists, but also screaming drink Pepsi. You're talking to someone that just played a Pepsi video game to completion. Relax, buddy. I think you got him here.
I feel like the Pepsi video game was still better marketing than Kendall Jenner stopping all racism with Pepsi.
Look, all of this is really just a very long way of asking, what happened, snack brands? Around 25 years ago, you cracked the code of turning commercials, the thing everyone hates, into video games, the thing everyone loves. I don't want to see Quiznos tweeting when the sandwich isn't toasty or whatever the fuck. I want them to put me in the pilot seat of a 16-bit spaceship shaped like a hoagie that fires beef lasers.
That's not, by the way, a good use of this meme, right? Isn't the meme supposed to be a red flag of like a significant other? You're just saying like this is life tip. The sandwich should be toasty when you eat it. This isn't even they're not even doing it correctly. They're just mentioning that they prefer sandwiches when they're toasty because I guess Quiznos toasted sandwiches.
Is that alien vegans? That's what I want. The point here is snack foods should tweet less and make games more. Think of the world that we could live in.
True.
We could have Orville Redenbacher, Space Marine. Or Chips Ahoy, but you're grizzled cookie pirates sailing a sea of milk, trying to track down Captain Crunch and nail his severed head to your mast. I'll give you one more, just off the top of my head. A fighting game, but the only characters are Spaghetti-O and Chef Boyardee. Like Mortal Kombat, but crucially, no music. No one.
Dude, what about like a platform fighter, excuse me, like Melee or Ultimate, but it's only mascots of brands. And then all the brands just like pile in, and then you just get to beat the shit out of each other. Like Chester Cheeto gets to absolutely fuck up the Pringle Man. Call it Food Fight or something. But it has Mortal Kombat kill scenes. So like you pull the heart out of Tony the Tiger after you kill him. And then the goldfish, as it pulls it out, says, "You won't be smiling back anymore, bitch."
Claps. No
Otto!
cheers.
Otto, we need a platform fighter. Tuesday's fine.
An arena full of faces. Watch the brutal ballet in silence. This is not entertainment. There's no glory here. There is only what must be done. Bones crack. Pasta splits. There's tomato sauce everywhere. And when one mascot lies broken at the victor's feet, that fallen character is permanently dead. The game cannot be played again. This is life. There are no do-overs. I mean, that's just 3 free slam dunk ideas that any brand can have right now. So companies, log off Twitter and make something interesting, you fucking vampires.
Okay, that actually extends to all humans. Logging off Twitter and make something interesting is just good advice for every human on Earth.
That's it from me. I'm going to go convince my staff to put me in a video game on the grounds that I am at least as entertaining as Chex cereal. Rice Chex, that is, not corn Chex. I could never. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back in February. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, this is interesting. Pepsi Man actually has a pretty robust speedrun leaderboard. 18-minute run for any percent. Hold up, I have to pee real quick. I'll show you the end.
Guys, we just improved world record. Oh my god, let's go.
That's the most annoying noise ever. This is so annoying. I was peeing and I was just hearing this giant Pepsi can bonking down the street slowly. This
Hi guys, my
genuinely
name is
seems
Nick
hard.
Cooper. I'm the first person to ever get an 18 1X in Pepsi Man. I just want to say I'm thrilled.
I'm not gonna lie, you don't sound thrilled, and it's hard for me to get thrilled.
14. Oh my fucking god.
I wouldn't say you sound thrilled. You sound like mildly interested.
Kurzgesagt is lying to you in every video.
Do we dare? Chat, do we dare fuck around?
Even in this one, because our videos distill very complex subjects into flashy 10-minute pieces, and unfortunately, reality is, well, complicated. The question of how we deal with that is central to what we do on this channel, and something we think about a lot. What we mean by lying is the concept of lies to children. The idea that on the path to explaining something complicated, you start off with a little lie, a useful oversimplification that makes it easier to grasp a concept.
Lying is actually so sick with children. I discovered lying to kids, it's the most broken thing you can do. I don't even know if I know how to communicate to children without lying. Oh my God! Within 45 seconds of this video playing, I've already gotten this message. If this message pops up, it's Monka W time. Sheesh. All right. All right. Maybe cool it down for a moment. We can cool it down for a bit. Oh, you know what, boys? I should tell you guys this. How do I phrase this? Look, end of the day, the extension's goal is to just make the chat experience better. That's all I care for it to do. That's all I want it to do. And I think it'll always try to achieve that goal. But if it is doing that at the... If it's doing that and, you know, infringing or using shit it can't or whatever, then we'll just have to, you know, avoid it. But I think some people reached out to me and said it's not working today. My sister just said that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was the most boring movie she ever watched. Show your sister the movie Lighthouse featuring Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. Come back to me tomorrow. Guaranteed that movie has now moved up to at least second most boring. I kind of like Lighthouse too, but there's no way someone watches Lighthouse and says that's boring if they thought that, or says that's exciting after saying that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is boring. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't say masterpiece. For Lighthouse. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all. Thank you to $10 kosher. Appreciate that. All right, what time is it? I still have about a good hour-ish. And in that time, because we are definitely not going to be able to watch that video I just tried to watch.